Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Omoti. My channel is new on YouTube. Please kindly subscribe to my channel. Help me like and share my videos. And you can also turn on your notification bell in case I drop any videos like this. And this will help my algorithms. Thank you. We will be making this beautiful dress you are seeing on the thumbnail. If it's what you're interested in learning, kindly watch to the very end. In today's video, we'll be making an underbust with a run shoulder flare dress. But as for mine, I'll be making a short gown, not the long one. I'll be making a short. So if you are interested in watching this video, kindly watch to the very end. Thank you. We start by drafting our basic body. I've drawn out the shoulder line. My shoulder is 7 inches. The chest line, I came down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, and the chest line is 8. My armhole is 8.5, so altogether we'll be making use of 9.5 for the armhole. Then I came down at the chest line and look for my shoulder line also, which is 7 inches, and I connect the lines. For my neckline, I make use of 2.75 because the fabric I'm using is a very stretchy one. For the back, I use 1.5 for the depth and 3 inches for the depth of the front. 1.5 for the back depth and 3 inches for the front depth. So the next thing is I mark out my underbust, which is 14 inches, the waistline, which is 16 inches. And I connect all lines together. I connect my shoulder slope. Then I look for the midpoint of my armhole, and I came inward by half an inch. So my bust measurement is 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches, and I use 1.5 inches sewing allowance. The under bust is 30, and I divide by 4, 7.5 plus 1.5 inches allowance. At the waist side too, 30, 7.5 plus 1.5 inches allowance for sewing allowance. And I connect all the lines together. At this point, I came down by 8.5. I'm connecting my armholes together, the 3 points together. So at that 8.5, you can make use of 7 inches, 7.5. You don't want your cleavage to show, and you can even come down more than that. So at that point, I'm getting my nipple to a nipple, which is 8 inches divided by 2, which is 4. I came inward by half an inch from that 8.5. So from that 8.5, I'm connecting to the 4 inches nipple to nipple. Can you see, with a cuff? And from that 8.5 to the neckline also with a cuff, sorry. Can you see what I'm doing at that point? So this is what you are going to have. So please ignore the first line. So I'm trying to use my free hand to do that cuff there. So our front is ready. The next thing is to cut out. So I'll be using the front pattern to draft the back pattern, and I'll be adding my zipper allowance. I make use of 1.5 for the zipper allowance. I'm using the same pattern to cut out the back pattern also. Just watch closely what I'm doing, you'll get it. Can you see what we have? That's our back pattern. The next thing is to cut out. Before cutting, I make a mistake. I should have cut the neckline for the back before doing this. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm cutting the neck line for the back before cutting the front pattern. The front should be on fold, please. The front should be on fold when you are cutting your fabric. The front should be on fold. You know this is a pattern. That's why you are saying it this way. If I'm cutting it on fabric, it will be on fold. Now I'm cutting the front pattern. So our front is ready. Please note that part, that 8.5, whatever you are using, note that part. So when you are joining, it will be easier for you to join. Then we are working on our back now. I'm making a line from the chest line. From the chest line. So I'm cutting out. So our back, we're almost ready. At the zipper part, I came up by 1 inch and I connect to the side. So it will make the back sit well. To make it sit well on you. And you see from that 1 inch to the side. To make it sit very well at your back. And I'm also coming inward, not from this zipper allowance, but from the main fabric, the main pattern by 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect it up. So you ignore the first zipper allowance, then we'll follow the new one. So from that point, I'm marking 1.5 as my zipper allowance. With this, you will not have a zipper budge. It will lay flat at your back. So I'm cutting out the excess. So the next thing to do now, that's our zipper. The next thing to do now is to come down. At that point, I make use of 9 inches. I later make use of 9 inches. So it depends on you. If you want your back to open, it depends on you. You can go down than that. You can even come up. But for mine, I later make use of 9 inches. Initially, I used 8 inches, but I say I later changed it to 9 inches. So from the neckline to the 9 inches. Can you see? Please ignore those lines. It's the one at the middle that I'm making use of now. And I cut it out. So we are not using zipper allowance for that yoke for the back. Can you see? Can you see what I'm doing? It's only the down part for the back that will be using zipper allowance. It's as if when you are cutting your normal bustier that has a yoke. So it's the same thing. So both front and back patterns are ready. Please, if you have watched this video to this very end, please subscribe to my channel. Please, this will encourage me more. If you have any question for me, drop it at the comment section. Please like and share my videos, and try and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I drop any videos, you'll be the first to be notified. So the next thing now is to slash and spread our patterns. That's what will give us that runched effect at that shoulder part. So I'm slashing and spreading by 3. I draw lines in 3 places. I'm doing the same thing at the back also. This depends on how wide you want. When you're placing it on another pattern, you just follow what I'm doing. You'll get it. And you see I'm cutting all through. I'm cutting them all through. From the underbust to the shoulder, I'm cutting it all through. This I'm trying to label them so I can know which one will be the up, which one will be the down part, and which one is going to be the side and the hammer. That's what I'm so do the same when you are doing cutting your own pattern also. So it will make your work easier when you are cutting on your fabric. So I'm doing the same thing at the back. I'm cutting it all through. I cut it all through. So the next thing now to do is to place on another pattern. So I've placed the front on another pattern. I've pinned it down on another pattern. So I'm making use of 3.75 for the distance between each lines, each patterns is 3 points. I use 3.75 or 3.5. So you can use whatever you like. If you want the rush part to be more than that, you can use whatever you want. Are you getting me? You can use 2 inches, you can use 3, you can use 4. But for mine, I use 3.75 for mine. So, and I'm trying to trace it out on another pattern. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm tracing it out on another pattern. Note all allowance has not been added. Any allowance has not been added on this pattern. It's only at the side. At the side that I added allowance. I've not add allowance to any of this pattern. It's when I'm cutting on my fabric that I will add allowance to it. So now altogether what I have is 8.5. That means the double of the initial shoulder that I have. The double of initial. So you can make use of whatever shoulder you desire. So as for mine, this is 8.5. So I'm cutting it out. I'll do the same thing for the back also. So I'm trying to remove the pins. The front is ready. So are you getting me? I'm writing that particular point. When I'm joining my fabric, I will know where to place it, where it's starting from. Please do the same while cutting your own too. So the next thing is to cut the back. Can you see? I slash through. So I place this on another pattern also. So I'm placing the front pattern so that we can have an equal shoulder. So that one shoulder will not be longer than the other. So I place the front pattern on the back. This is the easiest method because if you try and place the what's it called, the first pattern that we cut for the back on another pattern. When you cut it out, you see that you see that the front is longer than the back. But by doing this method that I've just done now, it will make your work easier and it will not even stress you at all. And you see, just place the front pattern that you have cut on another pattern to cut the shoulder, to trace out the shoulder. Then now place your pattern on it as what you are seeing in this video. Can you see? Now I'm tracing it out. Doing this, I'm having both the front and back will be equal. The shoulder will be equal. One will not be more than the other. So I'm cutting our back also is ready. So our back pattern is ready. So we are not using all this again. We won't be using that again. So this is the new pattern that we are using now to cut on our fabric. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you have watched this video to this end, kindly give my video a thumbs up, like and share my video. This will help my algorithms. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you are interested in seeing the sewing aspects, the cutting sewing aspects,